Hi guys, welcome back. I thought I'd take you through a few of the things I'm going to be doing just to prepare the computer for its water loop. The tools I'm going to be using is my trusty little ratchet screwdriver, which ratchets, as you can see. And this thing I've been using this for years, and it is awesome. And I can change this out anytime I want. So if you can get your hands on one of these, it's really awesome. So, and to cut the tubing, I'm just going to use a pair of scissors, and I hope that cuts it well. I don't have tube cutters. So the first thing I'm going to do to prepare the computer, which I think is a must, I'm only going to be water cooling the CPU. So in order for everything to stay safe, I'm going to be removing the graphics card completely from the system, which removing the two power plugs from there, and then unscrewing the actual screws that hold it into the actual system itself. And take those out. Honey, could you hand me my tray, please? I've got my lovely assistant here, which is my lovely partner, and we just had our anniversary yesterday, which was awesome. We've been together, well, I'll tell you guys, we've been together for like 16 years, guys. We met in college, and ever since then it's history. We've got 3 kids now, 3 beautiful kiddies who cause absolute mayhem every day. And we had a really good anniversary yesterday, and I've got the nicest partner ever. I'm a geek, guys, and if you never know that, then you know. So for our anniversary, we went to Forbidden Planet, which is a comic book store, like the biggest one in London itself, and we had an awesome time buying comic books. I may do a video on the comic books we bought, but let's continue. You don't need to know my life story. You came here for build guides. Okay, now I'm going to take this out, and this is a monster of a card. This is like the longest card I've ever bought. Okay, and that's my GeForce Gaming One. Beautiful. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. I love it. I love this card, man. I can't tell you guys enough how much I love this card. This card is so good. Okay. So I'm just going to put the card right here. I'm also going to remove the SSD drive, just to be sure that I don't actually spend anything on that as well, because then I won't be able to boot my computer, which would be a travesty, guys. It would be a horrible thing. So I'm going to remove that, and it's very simple to remove. You just have to unscrew this screw right here. Let me do that with my other hand so you guys, I'm not blocking it with my giant man hands. I just have to slide that out, and as you can see, I did get a spillage. Okay, I wasn't bullshitting. I mean, I wasn't lying. I got a serious spillage, and it actually did go towards everything. It spilled onto my graphics card. It spilled into the system. Thankfully, nothing went off. Nothing broke down. The good thing was the coolant they use inside their Ryzen tech was actually non-conductive, so it hadn't been in the system, the loop, long enough for it to create its conductivity, so we didn't get any shorts or any crapped out parts. So I am so glad of that, guys. You've got no idea. You guys can probably realize how lucky I was that nothing went wrong. So as you can see, that was real. I did not lie. It messed up big time. So fair warning, guys, when you buy a Ryzen tech, it's a good piece of kit as long as your system doesn't get warm, okay? Because the only reason I can think that it actually cracked was because it warmed up in there, and I did get a warning on my screen that the system was heating up, and it wasn't because the processor wasn't seated right. I know that for a fact because it was running perfectly all the while before that. So it has to be something to do with the actual Ryzen tech itself. So fair warning, guys. You could end up completely destroying your computer, which I didn't. And my baby's still alive. My baby. Okay. So that's the SSD drive out. And I'm going to have to clean all of this up before I continue because I hate... It looks disgusting. I got OCD. So yeah, let me move on now. Now that those parts are actually taken out, I'm going to have to figure out how I'm going to put everything together because I will be using this monstrosity as the cooling for the loop. And basically I'm going to be taking the compression fittings off of the Rygen Tech and using their radiator, so I still get some kind of use out of this thing. And it's going to be in push-pull configuration, and it will sit at the top here somewhere, so I'm going to be figuring everything out from there. And it does actually fit in there. It looks like it wouldn't, but it really does, and it fits in there pretty well because of the way the H440 is built. So I'm going to cut right there and start preparing the loop and figure out where everything's going to go.